Alright guys, here's the review of the Heinrich Taucher. So hopefully I've pronounced that right. This is actually a German watch, so I may have mispronounced that. If I have, let me know down in the comments how you actually say it. I've been trying to get hold of this watch for a while. It was actually on Kickstarter a while back. It's already been successfully funded. I did try and get it, like I say, but obviously it went out to the bigger channels. So I kept contacting them to see if I could get hold of it once the Kickstarter was finished. They agreed to let me loan one in. So the one I'm loaning in now, which is this one here, is actually a prototype. So there's going to be some changes from the actual production version, but I'll talk about them as we get on in the review. But now that's out of the way, let's get down to it. So it's a pretty distinctive looking watch, this one. Very 70s inspired. And that's one of the reasons I really like it, to be honest. I do like the 70s style. And I just really like the design touches on this all round, to be honest. Including, if we're going to zoom in, got that really nice sign crown with the enamel inlay. And then we've got that also beautiful design around the bezel as well. Something I've not seen before. Pretty distinctive. You can also see as well that we've got an ever so slight dome on that crystal, and we've also got AR coating on that as well. So now we're around at the dial. There's a few different colour versions with this. We've got, well, I'll put pictures on screen of the different ones you can get, but you can actually get with this faux patina on the indices, or you can get it with white indices as if you don't like the faux patina look, and then you can get them in all the different colour options, which is always nice. So they're catering for everyone, hopefully. Oh, actually, before I forget, if you take a look at that second hand, apparently that is styled on the, well, not a particular one, on a TV tower in Stuttgart, with that red and white. Nice little Easter egg there. That's because this is actually a German watch. If you look at the bottom, got that made in Germany. So, nice little touch. You can probably see too, we've got drilled lugs on this. If I quickly undo this, actually, we'll talk about the clasp in a minute. But if I zoom in on this case back, oh, I'm already zoomed in, you can see we've actually got quick release spring bars on this. They're not going to be on the final version because you've got drilled lugs, you don't really need both. So they decided to remove them. And again, we've got a really nice design on that case back, really deeply done. Again, with the enamel inlay. It's really nice. And then we've got the usual kind of spec sheet around the outside. So made in Germany, Heinrich watches, automatic. And then we've got 200 meter water resistant and sapphire. We'll be checking them out in a bit. So quickly getting back to this clasp. In fact, if I zoom out, it's a little bit close. That's better. It's a really nice ratcheting diver's extension clasp with a little bit of micro adjust as well, which has actually come in handy while I've been doing this, because whoever had it before me, a few of them seem to have taken out links and not put them back in. So it's a little bit small, and I couldn't actually get it to fit my 7-inch wrist without using this. So definitely glad it was there. And again, we've got a really nice Heinrich logo with the enamel inlay, which looks really good. And nice milled clasp as well. Quickly going back to that dial, I forgot to mention, with the text on there, it's all printed. We've got the Heinrich at the top with the logo in the middle. Then we've got Taucher at the bottom, 200 metres, 660 feet. And then that made in Germany right at the bottom, below the 6. With the Heinrich logo and the text, that's going to be shrunk down for the final version. You'll probably see that on pictures I'll put on screen. But I think it's a good choice because it is slightly large. But I do like the fact that it's not overly cluttered with text on the dial. So with that out of the way, let's quickly get on to the measurements. So we've got a thickness of 13.5mm, diameter of 42mm, lug width of 20mm. Now with the lug to lug, this is a little bit, I'll explain in a minute. So we've got just under 47mm, but if I quickly put that down, show you, these links actually jut out past the case shape. This is something else that's going to be changed. So the final version actually has this straight across in line with the case. So at the moment, the lug to lug is actually slightly beyond the 47 because of them, but for the final version that was definitely going to be something they were changing, and I'll probably show you a picture on screen now showing you what it's going to be like. So that's definitely a good change, and it just brings the design together a bit better, flows a bit nicer, doesn't have those little odd bits sticking out at the end beyond the case. So it'll not only look better, but it'll also wear better as well. So now let's test whether we've got sapphire crystal on this like they claim, using the trusty down and select 2. And as you can see, yep, we have got sapphire crystal, but we've also got the added bonus of a sapphire bezel as well, which you don't see all that often, and I personally really like them. So now let's quickly talk about the movement on this. So it's actually an SW200, so that's a Swiss movement obviously if you know your movements, but it also, if I unscrew this really nice crown, really grippy, has a date function on the SW200. So if we pull this out once, we actually have a ghost date position, but this is something else that they're going to be changing. They're actually going to be removing that from the movement, so it won't have the ghost date position, which is a really good thing. I think it does bug quite a few people. I personally don't mind it too much, but it's always an added bonus to not have functions that you can't use. So it's good that they're going to be doing that. So if we pull it again, second hand stops. So we've got hacking, and then obviously we've got hand winding, and we can move it and everything, the usual. And then it screws in really easily, because I do really like this crown. The level of grip is really, really good. All it's left to do now is show you the loom, and then we'll show you what it's like on wrist. So we've got a little bit of loom showing up there already, but let's charge it up, give it a proper chance. And there we go. So the loom on this is BGW9, but you can probably tell there isn't a great deal of it on here at the moment. This is something else that is going to be improved for the final version. It's going to be a lot better than this. If I can, I'll try and find some pictures that they've got on the Kickstarter or something and pop them up now, show you what it'll be like. But with it being BGW9, you know it's going to be good. Obviously they're going to add some more layers to improve the loom on this. This is just a prototype again, so bear that in mind. But with it being BGW9, you know it's going to be good. So now I'll just show you what it's like on wrist. So this is what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. And like I say, it still wears quite well on my wrist at the moment, but with these end links being changed, being made to fit the case shape a bit better, they're not going to protrude as much, it's going to wear even better. And it'll also hopefully fit wrists that are a little bit smaller, with that 47mm lug to lug. But it is really comfortable, really nice bracelet like I say, plenty of articulation there, and this really handy clasp. Obviously if I had the links to remove and place, I could move this better so it was a bit centered, but it is what it is with a prototype and a review piece that's been around the world quite a few times, I would have thought. But it still looks good, still wears well. But that's it for this one, guys. Again, if you're interested in picking one up or you want to know a bit more, links down in the description. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.